Hello everybody, my name is Walter and today I want to show you how you can build the non-shifting version of my expandable and flat rotating billboard or two-dimensional expandable gapless piston feed tape. Now this design is based on the previous version and subsequently the sizes are pretty much the same. The only real difference is that the height, the effective height of the visible display is reduced by 1 because you're losing effectively half a block at the bottom and half a block at the top. That's all you need to know about the sizes. Now let's talk about the required resources. So additionally to the resources for the shifting version, you're gonna need for the controls and front and back wall, additionally 4 obsidian blocks. And for every top and bottom module, so for every 4 blocks in width, you're gonna need 8 obsidian blocks, 4 honey blocks, and 4 sticky pistons. Although you will be left over with 4 normal pistons, so you could also go with 4 slime balls and then turn them into sticky pistons directly. So with that said, since you're now using honey blocks, this is no longer a 1.13 build, but a 1.15 build. And that's all that's needed to be said for the requirements. So let me show you how to build this billboard here. Now the non-shifting rotating billboard is based on the shifting rotating billboard. Subsequently, the first step is actually building the shifting version following the previous tutorial. I already copied the design from back there to here. And once you're sure that everything is working properly when the design is running, so nothing getting stuck out, nothing breaking, then it's time to make this a non-shifting version, which is very easily done. So we need to do just a few modifications to the very bottom and the very top. I'll start at the very bottom. I will do the modifications first for the first 4 lanes here, and then it's just a repeating of the pattern for the rest. So let's start. We need to go to the line with the slime blocks and then remove that line and the one above and below. Just the front blocks. Now at the very bottom we need obsidian blocks. Then we remove the lowered lines of blocks of the feed tape all the way to the back there. Now we have those normal pistons which need to be replaced with sticky pistons. And then on top, normal blocks. Now we can go and fill in blocks of the feed tape. So we now have a simple flat plane of those. Then we go to the sticky pistons at the front here. First 2 slime blocks, then 2 honey blocks, and then the pattern would repeat. And then full blocks on top. And that change needs to be done for all of the following modules. And then if you have a line of blocks at the front here on the other side, you would have to have an obsidian block there, similarly to this side here. Now with the bottom done, it's time to start the modifications for the top. They are pretty much the same, just mirrored somewhat. So let's go to the back here. And again, we have a line with slime blocks. And I will do this again for the first 4 lanes. So here, again, we remove the line with the slime blocks, the one above and below. Then this time the raised ones, so the ones between the pistons basically, all the way to the back. Then let's also replace the normal pistons here with sticky pistons with normal blocks below. And we need the the blocks of the feed tape all the way over here. Now, obsidian blocks at the line at top, then slime blocks here, honey blocks there, normal blocks below. And only for the first module here, we will also need to remove this slime block and the sticky piston there, and place a obsidian block there. And now those changes need to be replicated on the other modules. And don't forget, if you want to have a frame on the other side, to also place an obsidian block here in line with the honey blocks and slime blocks. Now, with that out of the way, we have one last thing we need to change, and that is this slime block here would grab part of the first lane and just move it down, but not up again. So we need to move another slime block here and then remove this slime block here. Subsequently, we need also to replace this normal block here with an obsidian block. So let's very quickly do this. Don't forget to replace the repeater again. And now you'll likely have this zigzagging pattern here of obsidian blocks. This also needs to be adjusted slightly. And with that done, we can give the entire thing a test run. So for now, let's just trigger it once. And what we should see is everything is moving out nicely after one run. And then we can also give it a little more of a test run if that's working. And with that, everything is working quite nicely, which means the last part is actually making this a bit more interesting than just a plain diamond pane here. And there we have it. And with that, we have reached the end of this tutorial for my non-shifting, expandable and flat rotating billboard. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and, well, see ya!